Okay, guys. Look, the Lamborghini Revuelto, right? As soon as it got released, the Stradman made a video saying that he's getting it, right? So I'm just gonna be commentating slash reacting to the video that he made. Let's get into it.
Well, today is finally the day. It's been a long time in the making. On the 29th of March, 2023, it is finally here, ladies and gentlemen, the brand new Lamborghini Revuelto. The replacement.
So there you go, the Lamborghini Revuelto. That's a nice name, by the way. And as I said in my previous video, that this name is the name of a bull that actually fought in Spain. So Lamborghini is still sticking to that tradition of naming their cars on famous bulls that fought in the past, which is a cool thing.
Of the famed Lamborghini event. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. Now, I put a deposit down on this car about 18 months ago. That's right. We are buying the brand new V12 Lamborghini.
So, as it says, he put a deposit 18 months ago, right? So that's interesting. 18 months ago. So I wonder if he had seen it, right? 18 months ago. Like, had he had seen the final design of the Revuelto, or was he just did he just wing it? Did he just go on the fact that, or did he just back the fact that he loves Lamborghini and the fact that Lamborghini will probably release something he'd like to buy? That's actually an interesting thing. The fact that he ordered it probably without seeing it yet. Obviously, but it's the Stradman. Unless they gave him a peek, you never know.
Hybrid, the Revuelto. I actually saw the Revuelto at the Lamborghini Lounge in New York City. There were no cameras allowed, but in person, guys, this car is absolutely incredible.
Ah, there you go. So the fact that you see, there it is. They actually allowed him to see this car. They actually allowed him to see this car um, 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 before, so he had already known what it looks like. The fact that Lamborghini even trusted this guy enough to show him the car, right? It's actually quite interesting, right? Because I mean, this some website could have easily said, "Listen, let us pay you, Stradman, and at least draw what you saw," you know? Or I don't know, maybe this guy could have even had a spy camera. I'm just joking. But anyway, let's continue.
So I have one on order, and I've been told end of year 2023 we should be getting it. Now today, though, Lamborghini Countach, we have the final leg to home sweet home.
Gee, sometimes I forget that this guy actually has a Lamborghini Countach. But anyway, guys, I'm just gonna forward past this part of the video. I actually just wanna hear him talk about the Revuelto more than the other stuff, right, in the video. So, okay, guys, so let's continue.
Gosh, you are actual perfection. Oh, I just took a shower and I changed my clothes and I feel a million times better. I don't even want to admit to you guys how many times I wore the same clothes on that trip because it's absolutely disgusting. Now today's a
You know, that just makes me remember that time, that like Stradman story, which is such an inspirational story. The fact that he used to sleep in his Audi TT, right, when he was still on the come up, right? I don't know. I just remembered that as soon as he spoke about him wearing the same clothes, I'd assume when he was sleeping in the TT, there were a lot of nights where he had to wear the same clothes as well. So it's quite an interesting story. But anyway, let's continue. More of Vuelto stuff.
monumental day. You guys know Lamborghini is my all-time favorite brand, and only 4 times during my life has Lamborghini announced a new V12.
There you go. You know, that's actually interesting, man. The fact that Stradman is, I mean, obviously, uh, he's above his 20s, right, heading for his 30s, and only 4 times in his life has Lambo announced a new car. That just shows you how rare it is for a new Lamborghini to be announced. And it's actually insane, eh? Like, these cars are extremely rare, you know? Look, they are becoming less rare, I'll tell you that, because a lot more people are buying them. But they are still rare cars, you know? They may be less rare, but they are still rare compared to normal cars, you know? And I was telling this other friend of mine that this Revuelto will be the V12 Lambo for the next probably 12 years, you know? And that's just interesting on its own. But anyway, let's go.
Today being one of those days. The Diablo, I was so young, I don't even remember, but I remember back in 2011 with the
To tell you the truth, I don't even remember the Diablo as well. And I'm in my early 30s, and I don't remember the Diablo as well being released. But the Aventador, I remember well. There, when I first saw that, I was like, "Fuck, I love this thing." I'm gonna get this thing.
Events where I remember sitting in my college dormitory, seeing the car on the computer for the first time and being absolutely mind blown. And now to fast forward to the present, to think we're getting a new V12 Lamborghini, like the new V12 Lamborghini. Of course, full
Yeah, look, it's insane. You have to give it to Stradman to go from that whole TT time, right? The belief, the faith required in God, in Himself. Look, believing in yourself is the ultimate version of believing in God, by the way. So I tie them together because you're created by God. When you believe in yourself, you're essentially believing in the one who created you. So they're the same thing to me. The faith required, right, to move from that to where he is now is insane. We can only take inspiration from it and learn and apply it in our lives. It's proper.
disclosure, I have to admit my automotive bias. Lamborghini is my favorite brand. Everything they've done is automotive perfection. The only mistake, they could have put a V12 in the Urus. That's neither here nor there. It doesn't matter. We're focused on the Revuelto, but it would have been kind of sort of cool. This car, I saw it in person at the Lamborghini Lounge, and the presence this car has in person is unparalleled.
Jeez, fuck. Yeah, man. God, this guy got the inside scoop at the Lamborghini Lounge in New York.
I love the Sion-inspired daytime LEDs. This car is going to look menacing on the freeway. I can't even imagine seeing it in the rearview mirror. I love the side profile, but
To tell the truth, I like this car, right? I like the back more than I like the side. I'll tell you that much. The front is cool, right? It's interesting. Maybe I think I like it more when I see it in person. But the back, I like it off the bat. I know I love the back when I see it in person, right? That's my favorite part of the car. The side is weird, right? Weird in not in a bad way, but maybe it's just me being stuck on the Aventador, and I'm comparing this Revuelto to the Aventador, and maybe I'm just struggling to shake that off, you know. But it's a weird thing, you know. But I mean, it's still a V12 Lambo, so who am I?
favorite angle is the rear
What am I saying? I'm hip hop car tuber.
three quarters. The Centenario inspired taillights. I think personally, the Centenario back end is the greatest back end of any car in automobile history.
Ah, so this is what they did here, right? They took this back and put it on this car. Okay, I didn't even realize that. It's been a while since I've seen pictures of this Centenario. Okay, right, I like that. That's proper. The diffuser on the Centenario is just scary, actually.
But I would reckon the Revuelto is a close second. I love the exhaust tips. I love how the bodywork actually matches the lines of the exhaust tips and the knife edge diffuser. Oh.
From this view, this car looks like an Aventador. And I understand, right? Like, why overly change something that worked? So they definitely wouldn't mess with this. But if you took a top view of an Aventador, you'd see what I'm talking about. It looks like it has this type of look, if that makes sense. So the other thing I noticed with this car is it has that the it has active aero at the back, so the spoiler goes up and all that. That's cool. I like that as well. They kept that from the Aventador, but I think it looks better on the Revuelto. Right on the first Aventadors, I didn't like it that much. It looked average. That's why my favorite Aventador is still the Lamborghini Aventador SV, even more than the SVJ. But the look of the SV to me, nothing beats that. With those BBS like wheels, I know they are not exactly BBS, right? But that's why I said BBS like. But those wheels are amazing.
So I cannot wait. Top-down view is amazing. The wheel design is incredible. This car with a straight pipe exhaust is going to scream. It revs to 9,500 RPMs.
Yeah, look, that's just insane. 9,500 on a V12. That's insane. That's just crazy. Like, but I mean, you're talking Lambo here, bro. And I wonder if this is the last V12 Lamborghini to have a V12. There's a very real chance, depending on where the world goes, you know? But this could be the last. The Revuelto really could be the last Lamborghini with a V12 engine. You know, look aside. I'm talking about the supercar shape now. Aside from the Urus, because you never know. They could just put a V12 on the Urus and all of that. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly.
9,500 RPMs. It's got an exposed engine bay, so it's got a hybrid, 3 electric motors, but it still has a 6.5 liter V12.
The exposed engine bay thing, I love that. I saw a video that showed that. That's proper. Right. A friend of mine, when we saw it together, was like, what happens when rainwater gets in there? It's Lamborghini, they thought of that. That's what I told him.
We're talking 1,050 horsepower. The front angle
Crazy power. Crazy power. Right? When the Bugatti Veyron came out a few years ago with 1,000 horsepower, it was crazy. It was a crazy number. People couldn't understand how they even reached that number. But companies just come up with that now like it's nothing.
those daytime LEDs, like driving down the freeway, nothing's gonna look like it. This car is gorgeous, and we're getting one. Now, I'm not gonna reveal my spec to you guys quite yet. We're gonna wait for delivery day. I'm gonna link the Revuelto config.
Beautiful, man. I'm actually going to check out this configurator as well. I think it's going to be quite cool to play around with it. I can't wait. So it's not revealing his spec yet. Okay, that's fair. For the channel, I get that.
Creator in the description below. Go on there, go spec out your dream Revuelto. Now, it's my understanding there are 400 different paint colors alone to choose from, and trying to pick just one is impossible.
That's green. By some chance, he just clicked on that green. For me, that green is the best color. Look at it, guys. That green, one like that, lowered, spaces. Picture the SV Revuelto, right? Lowered spaces with the wing. It's going to be insane.
Obviously, green Lamborghini is
And
always...
by the way, this car will accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour / 100 kilometers an hour in 2.5 seconds. That is insane. The only car that's faster that I can think of right now is the Tesla Roadster that's coming up.
It's looked amazing.
But that's full electric, so you know with electric motors, you don't play there. That's instant power.
Viola Bass is one of my all-time favorite colors. Now, full disclosure...
Damn, this color is also nice.
I am not getting this car. I repeat, this is not the spec of my Revuelto. That's all I'm going to say about my spec. I'm not getting Viola Bass. That being said, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Blue Glauco is one of my favorite colors as well. They just have so many different options. Lamborghini makes the best paint colors in the world. Verde Scandal on the Revuelto, absolute chef's
Yeah, for me, it's that green, eh? That green.
kiss. I mean, could you imagine that thing driving down the freeway? Of course, we can select different wheel options as well.
Okay, I like this wheel. This wheel here, guys. This one here. This is a beautiful wheel. It's close to that BBS look. I love the BBS look. I don't know how you guys feel. Maybe you guys can comment on the comment section. I like that. I like that whole BBS look. The same thing that you find in the GT2 and the GT3 RS. There's that wheel, that BBS like wheel that they put on those cars. That's my type of thing. I love that.
I'm just going to run through this as fast as I can. So I'm not saying this is going to be like a tasteful spec. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of what is possible because it's incredible. There are so many different options, and trying to pick just one, like how do you ever decide? So we just added a livery to the rear diffuser. We basically added Verde Scandal pinstripes. Looks really, really cool. You can definitely see it in this shot right here. That's sick.
Sick. Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Maybe I should do Verde. You know what? I've said too much. I haven't even shown you guys the interior of the Revuelto. There's a million different ways to configure it. I feel like I'm filming...
The interior of this car is much better than the Aventador's interior, I'll tell you that. Personally, that's just how I feel. The Aventador's interior was cool, was nice, but you could tell it's dated now. It's dated in today's standards, but they've done well here to catch up without going too futuristic. They did well.
A Lamborghini infomercial. I love the interior.
If you notice, they kept the start button the same from the Huracan and the Aventador.
Of this car, though, it is such an update from the Aventador. Now, I think there's maybe 5 different trim levels, but the contrast color trim, you can choose the basic color, you can change the contrast color, you can even change the stitching if you want to do like a blue Glauco stitch. Now, bear in mind, this is not my final spec. I repeat,
So for me, guys, right, I'd probably pick the color, that green, the exterior color, that green, the stitching, so black with the green stitching, right? And then, so where it's orange on this car, maybe it would have to be what, green there. That seems a bit weird. Okay, I don't know what color it would be there, but yeah. Outside green, but the stitching would also have to be green. That lime green.
Not specking my car with a yellow contrast interior with blue Glocco stitching, but it gives you guys an idea of what is possible with Lamborghini. We also have the Sportiva trim. I really like this. I think this like stitch pattern on the seats is very, very cool. Go something bold, maybe like Verde Scandal. They also have a Classica trim, which is kind of old school, kind of classy, sophisticated. Not
Beautiful, man. Yo, there's a lot of options, most that Lamborghini gives you. Proper options, in fact. It's insane. It's quite nice, actually. I like the way they do their thing.
Not necessarily my favorite, but I think it's very cool that they offer it. Let's go back to that Verde Scandal. We're not finalizing the spec. This is not my spec. However, I think it's a very, very cool spec. Full Verde Scandal exterior, Verde.
See, I'm telling you now, guys, this guy is ordering it in this lime color. I'm telling you now. Though you can hold me to that. As much as it's saying not Verde Scandal, but he might make a video later and say he changed his mind. This is the color.
Scandal
Look at it.
interior.
Just look at it. It looks amazing.
You gotta admit, it's pretty cool. Now,
There you go.
Lamborghini has not announced
There you go. He says it himself.
one key detail on the Revuelto, and that is pricing. So yes, that means I've spec'd my car, I've submitted my order, and I have absolutely no idea what I owe Lamborghini.
Yeah, look, Stradman has got long money now. When you can order a car without even knowing how much it costs, this guy has actually done well now. Proper.
Imagine pricing will probably be announced here very, very, very soon. But based off the event, or back in 2012, base MSRP was right around $440,000.
Consistency, guys. Believe in yourself, hard work. Believe in yourself, believe in God. And consistency. Whether you feel like it or not, just work. You'll be fine.
So adjusted for inflation for 10 years, I'm guessing it's going to be right around $650,000 with options probably upwards of $700,000. But there it is officially, the Lamborghini Revuelto, the LP. I think it's still an LP because longitudinal posterior, instead of going north-south, it now goes south-north because they rotated the engine 180 degrees. But I think it's still an LP.
Oh, that's the idea. I didn't even know that. Okay, that's quite proper. Right, it has to do with the engine configuration, the whole LP thing. Okay, interesting. That's quite proper.
It's got 1,050 horsepower. It's all-wheel drive. So the Lamborghini Revuelto LP 1050-4 has officially launched. And on that bombshell, today's video is over.
Yeah,
Well,
insane. Okay, guys, so that was that, right? Listen, guys, please just like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna build this thing up to a crazy to a crazy level. I'm not stopping with this hip hop car tuber, and I've just got new motivation, right? Because I understand some more things better about this whole YouTube game, you know. So we're going hard, 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 hard. I'm gonna try and upload every single day a video, and commentate on your favorite car YouTubers, and commentate on some of your favorite hip hop songs. With the hip hop songs, I'm gonna try and go to the ones that trended, the ones that were good a while back. So not the ones that are good at the moment. I'll try and just go a bit back. So I'll do some 50 Cent, I'll do some Rick Ross, I'll do some Fat Joe, all those guys, right? And I'll work my way up to the new ones. You understand? So that's my plan. So anyway, guys, subscribe to Hip Hop Kachuba. Thank you very much for watching this video. And if you get to this, to where we are right now, that means you like my content, and I appreciate it. Thank you.